Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Full Sail University. Welcome to NSW NXT. My name is Dave East and we're going to get... Oh, hello. What a way to kick things off here, ladies and gentlemen. Our NXT, our new NXT champion, SBL, alongside cabinet member Dan Masters, who has the $1 million title and is going to go one-on-one with the former champ, Jason, later on, $1 million Jason, a little bit later on. 3 out of 3 falls. There's a good start in the night. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what SBL has to say. Of course, we welcome you to NXT when what should be an exciting night, just 7 nights from TakeOver. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have some big news coming up a little bit later on of some of the matches you're going to see next week at TakeOver 5. And well, you can see already that Stewie is saying that it's going to be a 2-0 victory for Dan over Jason tonight, and that will put an end to the $1 million corporation, along with, of course, next week SBL has to face Ryan Johnson in a rematch from last week, which a match that was, of course, a shocking end to last week when the cabinet claimed the NXT title. So, as I say, guys, welcome to NXT. We're going to be in for such a great night of wrestling. Thanks very much for stopping by, of course. Davey's all by his lonesome, as Tim's away, of course, with the dog shows as always. You've got to love Tim and them dog shows. Coming up next, though, ladies and gentlemen, kick off NXT the only way we know how, with the #1 contendership match between Duke Wilson and the Bulldog. Winner will face Rob Dundee next week for the TV title. It's next on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, he is from Iraq. He is Duke Wilson. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, remember the bets are open. Remember, you've only got a few more days to bet. Your betting will end at Raw on Monday. Tomorrow, no, give me Sunday. Monday is 2 days away. That's your last show for the month. So it's now or never. You've got to start betting big if you've got the money. If you want to catch the leaders, this is the show. You've got to try and get in. You've got to make sure that you get the predictions right. How can anyone tell which way this is going to go, ladies and gentlemen? But Duke Wilson, who has already defeated the Bulldog in singles competition, looking to get a shot at Rob Dundee's TV title at NXT TakeOver next week. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is from Manchester, England. He is the Bulldog. Yeah, guys, Bulldog has been saying all week that this is his destiny. He has time to defeat Duke Wilson. It was a fluke a couple of weeks ago. This time it's for real. Can the Bulldog outwit the Iraqi sympathiser and face, well, what would be another Scotland versus England next week right here on NXT, of course. Bulldog is ready for action. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're off and underway for the first time tonight. If you have bet and you're telling us your predictions, thanks very much. If you don't want to bet and you just want to tell us who you think is going to win, tell us anyway. More the merrier, as well, of course, I've got nobody else alongside me, so I can't tell you who's going to win because I don't like to bet as always. But let's see what happens here. NSW up, thanks again, as I say, for voting. 57.7 for Duke Wilson, 42.3 for the Bulldog. Again, guys, as I'm by myself, keep the comments coming in, keep the questions coming in. I'll try and answer as much as I can as we take you through some exciting wrestling here tonight from NXT. It's a big backdrop, taking down the Bulldog early on here. Bulldog off the ropes, nice hip toss, trying to take the early command here. I'm trying to change things up. Of course, Duke Wilson does have the height advantage, but you would say the Bulldog has the power advantage in this. Nice shot into the corner. Of course, Rob Dundee will be watching on very, very closely indeed to see who will be facing next week at TakeOver. Bulldog looking to hopefully be that guy here. And look at this, nice aggression early on in the corner. Again, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have quite a few good matches coming up. Blake versus Yango, that's coming up. Blake and Murphy are #1 contenders for the NXT tag team titles. Haldo versus Geordie. That's a bit of a grudge match for the coming weeks. Tristan Knight's back in action here tonight. And of course, we've got a big Divas tag team match coming up a little bit later on as well. And of course, who can forget the debut of Willie Street here tonight. And then, of course, the big match. The big 2 out of 3 falls to the $1 million title. Let's get back to this one though. Bulldog is just starting his head off the floor here. And you have to say, Duke Wilson, no, not going to have much more of that. And Duke Wilson definitely one on the aggressive side here in NXW, NXT. Fans not taking to him because who would take to him? But of course, the British trying to defeat the Iraqis here. Where we heard that somewhere before. What do you think Bulldog... Somebody's saying, what do you think Bulldog has to do to defeat Duke Wilson here? He's got to stay away from big moves like that. That's how he got caught the first time a couple of weeks ago. And well, if he lets Duke Wilson get in control here, he's going to be hit with a lot of hard moves. And he's really going to find himself struggling to stay on his feet. If I was Duke Wilson here, the best thing about Bulldog is keep him away from the power game. Make sure he doesn't hit the hard moves as well. But of course, Duke Wilson, that little bit more sneaky, I would say. And now Wilson, there goes an announce table right in front of us. And Bulldog looks like might be a bit of trouble here. Up on the table, here comes Duke Wilson. Referee's got to try and keep him away. Yeah, referee, do anything, stop him. Bulldog's in a lot of trouble here. And well, yeah, Duke Wilson took far too long. Doesn't make any difference. Went to flying, I think. Yeah, he missed him. I thought he glanced him, but no, Bulldog gets caught again, and that's really a bit of a rookie mistake, you would have to say here. And again, Duke Wilson trying to take advantage. Again, Duke Wilson taking far too long. Sort of a repeat of just before. And you would have to say Bulldog has escaped here twice. And a nice clothesline by the Bulldog, taking Duke Wilson down. Now Bulldog trying to get back in advantage. Bulldog has really escaped. Big serious injury there twice. Duke Wilson taking far too long to get up to that top rope. And now, maybe it's the boots, who knows. But Bulldog now trying to take advantage. Off the rope. And a lovely hip toss again. Don't get us wrong, Bulldog knows this technical wrestling. He can beat you in a million ways, but oh no. There it is. Clamped in. Duke Wilson having this all of a sudden change his way. Cobra clutch. And you can see the Bulldog is going to go out here. He has to try and fight this. He's very close to the ropes. But I think Duke Wilson, the way he's got it landed, Bulldog doesn't know where he is. And Bulldog has got to get out of this. Of course, look at this now. He's going to be in. He's coming up to about a minute in that move. And that is already. That's painful enough. And really... No, look at that. Duke Wilson let him go. Bulldog may have just had a bit too much strength, maybe not to give up. But again, Duke Wilson staying on, and then Bulldog coming back. But again, just you would think Duke Wilson just has a little bit too much here in this opening contest. Has that took everything out of the Bulldog? Yes, it has! And Duke Wilson will meet Rob Dundee next week here at TakeOver. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest and new #1 contender for the NXT TV Championship, Duke Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, Duke Wilson scores the big win. And well, what a show he could possibly win the TV Championship from at NXT TakeOver on the 4th of July. Duke Wilson picking up the big win the other night. And ladies and gentlemen, oh, I've seen this guy around. I was wondering who this guy was. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce you to our newest member of the NSW NXT roster. He is Lewis Bourne. Yeah, Lewis Bourne here is our newest member of the NXT roster, signed just a few weeks ago. And well, as I say here, he's here to make an impact. And well, best way to start a bandit, really. If you're going to go after here in NXT, you can't just rest on your laurels. You've got to keep digging in. And Lewis talking about going after the big dog here and taking him down. I don't know who that could be. SBL possibly. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, remember, keep your bets coming in online. Well, Lewis Bourne saying he's going to show everyone why he is a champion. Well, we're going to find out a little bit later on what he's on about with that. Indeed, Vinny, fighting talk from Lewis. He had a night. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, one half of the #1 contenders for the tag team titles of Blake is going to take on one of the former champs in Yango. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, being accompanied by Murphy, he is Blake. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the tag team #1 contenders, Blake and Murphy. Well, tonight they will, well, one of them, Blake, is going to go up against one of the former champs in Yango, and we are just 7 nights away from Blake and Murphy taking on George Shaw and Ramos for the tag titles. Energetic, but will he be enough in 7 nights, or will he even be enough here tonight on NXT? And his opponent being led to the ring by Dev. He is Yango. Former one half of the tag team champions, of course. Yango. And these guys just, oh cool, come on. Just look at them jackets, for goodness sake. Yeah. Yango and Dev. This should just be a very interesting matchup. You've got to say the coolest music here in NSW. Got to say that. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're off and underway for the next contest. Let's see what people have said in the NSW. Of course, guys, keep your bets coming in. Of course, you can change them. Try and not change them like every 2 seconds. If you want to change it once, you can do so. We do allow that. Let's have a quick look at the NSW app. See what they have said here. Quick late betting. And of course, Yango coming in 67.6. Blake 32.4. So the tag, despite having a tag team title shot next week, not many of the NSW app going for Blake in this one. Of course, Blake and Murphy becoming the #1 contenders in a shock win. They're really the first match by beating Rod Frost and Jay Masters. Of course, associated with that, Luke Lawrence. Well, you've got to say Luke knows how to pick them, and of course Blake Murphy showing them enough already. Maybe going to be part of the new Nexus. So of course, ladies and gentlemen, 7 nights you will have Takeover 5 live on NSS. We hope you can join us. Of course, we're going to be running down a few of the matches you're going to see a little bit later on. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a little bit of a surprise for you all. A little bit of a fan favourite, can I say. We always like to do that in NSW. Fan favourite coming back for Takeover 5. We will explain very, very shortly. In fact, we'll explain after the next match when we go into some details of what you will see next week. And Blake here taking it to Yango. Across the ring. Yango sort of, I was just going to say, he had a bit of a punishment there, but nice sidestep, and that has given him the advantage over Blake here. And you've got to remember, so much good tag teams here in the NXT. You've got these 2 teams out here. You've got, of course, our tag champs. You've got to be thinking the crew will be looking to get in here somewhere as well. Got to think, it's so much going on. NSW, home of the tag teams. You've got to say the tag teams are really, really look after here, and some of them are putting on some of the great matches. Question coming in: what is your dream match? My dream match, if we're talking about NXT, goodness me, if we're talking about NXT, anything to do with ladders. I love ladder matches in NXT. They've always hit the mark. I don't think there's been one disappointing ladder match. As Yango hits the high knee on Blake, looking to end this one. cover. Murphy's up, distracts the ref, and well, that could have just saved his tag team partner there. And Blake now all of a sudden taking advantage. Into the cover. Again, they're not going to have anything here. Yango going to be able to come out of that as Murphy on the outside, still distracting the referee. The referee taking an awful long time here, and the referee nearly getting hit. And now just Yango just driving the knees in, of course. Yango, and you've got to see Yango and Dev, and really, well, no one's a technical, very, very hard-hitting wrestlers. In your face, smash, bang, thank you, ma'am kind of thing. And look at this, just a lovely sort of Samoan drop. That could be it. You've got to see Yango has really dominated this match so far. And look at this, off the ropes. Oh, the boot right in between the eyes. And that could be our #1 contenders in a lot of trouble. Again, Murphy up distracting the ref. Disney effect in full effect here tonight. And look at this, hip toss by Blake getting back in the match. Referee, I think, has now sent Murphy away, which is about time. Look how Blake looking for the DDT, and he hits it perfectly. And you can say good night to Yango. Into the cover, hook of the leg. Dev up, distracting the ref this time. And we are still going to go in this one. These two men still going to fight it out. And look at this, all of a sudden a chance here for Yango. Yango has got Blake in the wrong trouble. Referee's more concentrating on Dev on the outside. Has to finally do the rope break. Rope break even, not rope break. Could be rope was next to the Blake, or Blake was next to the ropes. Never mind, let's be quiet. And look at this again. A distraction by the ref. And the referee's just, come on. You've got to get rid of him here, ref. Dev totally going against the rule. Totally distracting the referee here. And really, this is not fair. This is more like 2-on-1, not 1-on-1. Blake, though, again, getting to the ropes here. Hashtag rope Blake. You just love to pick up any little mistakes, don't you, guys? Yango, though, looking to end this one. Into the cover. Has he got enough to defeat Blake? And this one, yes, he has. And that, well, you have to go down as a little bit of an upset. Yango beating Blake. And, well, what will that do to the confidence of our tag team #1 contenders? Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this match, the Yango. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. What an episode, what a night so far. Yango picking up the win in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage with the one of a kind, Ryan Johnson. Yeah, he next week will look to regain the NXT title. One really shocking defeat last week to SBL. You have to think that Ryan Johnson. Where is the $1 Million Corporation finish, guys? What do you guys think? Do you think the NSW? Do you think the corporation is done? Do you think the cabinet have done enough to finally end the $1 Million Corporation? $1 Million Corporation, remember, down to 2 members now after what happened, after they got rid of Bruce Wilde and Lady Medusa last week. Not very kind words by Jason as well. But you've got to say here now that it's up to Ryan Johnson to get that title back next week. Yep, lots of fight left in Ryan Johnson, but can he win the title next week? Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it's a bit of a grudge match as Geordie from the Scots takes on Haldo O'Neill. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, being accompanied by the TV champion Rob Dundee, he is Geordie. Yeah, Geordie, well, what it would do for him if he could defeat Haldo here tonight. And as I say, a little bit of a grudge match going on here.
focus. Gave me no shine, but the world still noticed. Now I'm about to own this, ripping my culture.
Jordy looking ready for action here tonight, pacing backwards and forwards. You know he'll be ready for action. But, well, what about this guy? Mr. Popular himself. It is being accompanied by Thomas Starr, Haldo O'Neill. Can I just say, I think this guy's popularity is one above, and I'm just one, I mean just one, and that is NW. Mr. Travis Kemmer. Breaking kayfabe. But yeah, Haldo O'Neill ready to go in this one. Yeah, tonight. Saying that though, it's very surprising. The fans are sort of turning on, and sort of really going on the side of Haldo. Let's see what the NSW has to think about this in just a few seconds, as we're off and underway for our third contest of the evening. And here we go, and Jordy. Let's have a look at the quick look at the NSW app then, just before we start. 62.7 going for Jordy, 37.3 for Haldo O'Neill. NSW app not confident in Mr. Ass. There you go. The go behind here. Jordy not looking to be caught in a nice belly-to-belly suplex. Don't get us wrong, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to go in here and just slag Haldo off, because it can be easily done. But as anyone, see, even Haldo can do a Russian leg sweep. But you see, the problem with Haldo is, I don't know, I just think he's got a bad name for himself. Yes, he's a fabulous technical wrestler. Possibly could be a massive star in this industry one day, but many people don't want to take a chance with him. Many people have said that he's a bad apple, he's bad for business. John Michaels must have seen something different in him to bring him in. He's aligned himself with Thomas Starr. Thomas Starr's not had the best of luck with tag team partners. You've got to say, time will tell, that's all I can say. You've got to give the guy credit. He's coming here, yes, they've shook things up, but why not? Why not shake things up here in NXT? You've got to be ruthless sometimes to get to the top. You can't all be smiles, shake babies' hands, and get and be the good guy. You've got to somehow get there, be really in people's faces, and that is what Haldo's done, and especially Thomas Starr's done since these two have got together. So there you go. That's my little opinion, but let's get back to the match, guys. Let me not just go on this rant for a little bit too much as Jordy. Let's take nothing away from Jordy here, of course. Jordy and Rob Dundee, now known as the Scots. Of course, Rob Dundee will be facing Duke Wilson next week. There's a lovely suplex by Jordy, taking Haldo over the win. You can see what that means to Rob Dundee on the far side. Still to come, ladies and gentlemen. Coming up next, Tristan Knight is back in action against Mohammed. Still got a big Divas tag team match as well. And of course, Dan Moss has... Oh, just as I say that, interrupted by a super kick by Jordy. That could do it. Into the cover, but Thomas Starr is up. And referee having none of it now distracted. And look at this. This could have saved Haldo O'Neill here. But oh, the Scott drop! Referee was totally not paying attention. And that is give again Haldo an out here. Haldo could have been finished. And a big, oh my goodness, what a headbutt. And that really, I think, is just woken up Mr. Ass here. And again, oh, nice sidestep taking Jordy down. Now this is where Haldo has got to try and quieten the crowd down here and really sort of try and take the advantage. Try and take the legs away will be a big advantage over someone like high flying like Jordy, who is a bit of a risk taker. You get him, move out the way like Haldo doesn't. Look how much the momentum has just changed. So there you go. And look at this. Mr. Ass trying to work it here. Look at the strength. Oh, that could do it. Say goodnight, Jordy. What? It was more like a choke, like a sidewalk choke slam. Great move from Haldo. And look at this though. No, look at this though. That is that is just athleticism, and Jody really is in a lot of trouble here. Rob Dundee up, distracting the ref, only gets a 1, but really fun-loving war here, and look out, what's this? Oh, the Famouser! The Famouser has done it. No, referee distracted by Rob Dundee. Jody somehow gets his big break, and a second super kick to the jaw. Dundee applauds the far side. That could do Thomas Starr up again. And again the referee, and look at this. 4-5 count. And again, Haldo O'Neill has to thank Thomas Starr for saving him in this matchup. Thomas Starr, though, has been ejected from ringside. And we've seen what happened that before. No, no. Look out. Twisting muscle buster from Geordie. Jumping Geordie. Flying through the air with a big splash. And well, this is all gone totally downhill for Haldo O'Neill. The Scott drop again. Nobody's getting up from this one. There's the 3. Geordie picking up the win. And what a win, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight at NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Geordie. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Geordie picking up the win here tonight. You've got to say, good effort from both guys. Very, very impressive by both. And you've got to say, I'd love to see them two match up again somewhere down the road. But tonight, Geordie was just that little bit better, and he picks up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, NSW comes your way 4 times a week. Raw on a Monday, main event on a Wednesday, soon to be ECW. Check the network out for that. Thursdays is SmackDown. Saturdays NXT, which you're watching now with myself, Dave Easton. Usually Tim Price, he's at the dog shows this week again. Has to judge the dogs, as you would say. Show starts 11 o'clock in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. Non-Stop Wrestling UK is on YouTube. Over 540 people now. NSW_360 is Twitter, and NSW365 is Facebook. Make sure you join. Ladies and gentlemen, coming your way next Saturday night, yeah, it is NXT TakeOver 5. And what are we going to do? I'm going to go through some of the matches that have already been booked, and we have a surprise one for you, ladies and gentlemen, as well. It is coming up, though. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of the Foot Trip to Rome. Next week, 6 men go for the prize of a Foot Trip to Rome. The winner will also get a future NXT title shot. Dan Littlewood, Geordie, Haldo, Thomas Starr, Tyler Jordan, and the Bulldog. 6 men. Whoever climbs the briefcase gets a briefcase. Climbs the ladder and gets a briefcase for a trip to Rome, and also a future NXT Championship match. Also, ladies and gentlemen, after what happened last week, and we've got some footage coming up of what happened backstage. Hideo Itami versus Finn Balor right here next week on NXT. This match gives me goosebumps, ladies and gentlemen. You do not want to miss these two go at it. The friendship we thought was strong. Well, they're going to test it next week, 1-on-1 at NXT TakeOver 5. Make sure you can you join us for that one. Also coming up, Emma puts the NXT Women's title on the line. She takes on Lady Medusa. You know, Medusa, well, after the sneak attack last week, we're going to see them in tag team action a little bit later on. Emma will have her work cut out against Lady Medusa for the NXT Women's title. It is coming up at TakeOver 5, 7 nights from tonight. Will the Bisping keep the title in his Bisping army, or will Lady Medusa show Jason a thing or two by taking home the gold? Also, ladies and gentlemen, the NXT Championship is on the line. SBL's first title defense will be against the former champ. The rematch, Ryan Johnson. Well, you'd have to think what is going to happen here. SBL, Ryan Johnson. We've seen a hell of a matchup last week. Will SBL keep the gold, or will Ryan Johnson become a 2-time NXT champion? We will find out in 7 nights. NXT TakeOver 5, July the 4th special. Yep, you don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. It is up on Non-Stop Sport, right where you are. July the 4th. Make sure you do not miss it. Clear your diaries. More matches, will be put up on this website as the weeks go on. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Muhammad is in action against a returning Tristan Knight. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring, he is Muhammad. Muhammad, who we've seen in fits and starts here really in NXT, and what a chance he has here tonight. If he can beat Tristan Knight, maybe just make himself noticed a bit more by Mr. Jan Michaels, and sort of get into one of the title pictures. Yeah, just like no, it's the normal time, ladies and gentlemen, for NXT TakeOver. There might be some confusion. No, we are not moving time for this. NXT TakeOver will be on at the normal time, 11 in the UK, 6 in the East, 3 in the West. Check your local time if you're not in any of them time zones. But Muhammad making his way down to ringside against Tristan Knight. Muhammad in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Fans very much on his side, but what will happen when Tristan Knight comes back? As you know, he's not a little happy chappy himself, because here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. His opponent, he is Tristan Knight. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to be here to witness this. Tristan Knight, here he comes. Many people said is the future of NXT. Already held the NXT title. Really was a bit of a shock when he lost it. And look at the stare, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is not one to be messed with. Tristan Knight. The fans in awe of this guy. What a match though with him and Muhammad here tonight. Of course, there has been rumours going around all week, ladies and gentlemen, just to break in here for a little bit, that the cabinet and the corporation were looking to sign Tristan Knight. Tristan Knight, not one for many words, sort of just shook them off, sort of just said no and just went about his business. What would it be like to have this guy in the in your corporate, in your stable, as they would say? Of course, we've still got big matches still to come. We're halfway through the show, ladies and gentlemen. How he is feeling? How are you all doing here tonight? Are you enjoying NXT? I'm certainly enjoying NXT. I can't wait to look forward to TakeOver. TakeOver on 7 nights is already looking fantastic. And now we've got this match. We've still got a huge bumper card to come. Let's get underway in this one, guys. Who he's going for? Who do you think is going to take this one? It's Tristan Knight working over Muhammad here early on. And now look at this. Oh, nice neck wrench by Tristan Knight. Tristan Knight, sorry, just quickly as we go into that, 66.9 for Tristan, 33.1 for Muhammad. Thanks very much, guys, for your voting. As always, keep it coming. Tell us what you think, and then we'll tell you how you're doing in the voting as well. Remember, it's only Raw's your last chance to get points on Monday night. You don't want to miss Raw this past week. Is Tristan Knight. Look at this, just showing off a bit. No, my goodness, the knee to the face. That could do it already. Into the cover. No, Muhammad kicking out a 1. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, we've got more matches coming up tonight. We've got, as I say, loads of stuff coming up in NSW as a whole. What about NXT TakeOver? What about ECW? What about ECW returning? Are we going to lose some guys from NXT and go to ECW? I can see Jesse Dangerously might just be interested in a few of these guys. What about these two in the ring? I think these two would fit perfectly in ECW. As Tristan, nice swinging neck breaker. Be very interesting to see if any of our NXT guys do move up to ECW. And as I say, I'm sure Jesse Dangerous definitely taking a look here as Knight goes for the cover. Muhammad again kicking out at one. Early stages of this contest. A lot of people asking, saying that they want Tristan Knight in a sort of different organisations. I don't know about this. I don't think Tristan Knight would work well in the team. He just seems to be just gets along very well in a singles competition. But Muhammad really is taking everything that Tristan Knight's got and sort of telling him, look, I can come straight back, and that's what he's doing. Muhammad is sort of on a little bit of a different level here tonight, but saying that though, Tristan typically reverses the next thing I say. But then coming back, Muhammad with a bulldog. Saying that, can it keep Tristan Knight down? That's the worst thing about it. Into the corner, nice shot. And now look out. Look at the punches laying down by Muhammad. Into the corner, that's 7, 8, 9. And Tristan Knight just flops to the floor. Well, if he'd be punched that way, look, that Tristan Knight was really just teasing him. He's saying, look, I can just get back up and really do anything to you in this one. And Tristan Knight, you have to say, is on fire. Oh, what a suplex. A double underhook suplex. This is unreal. This is Tristan Knight throwing everything at Muhammad. DDT! And Muhammad really is in a lot of trouble here. Tristan Knight putting on a bit of a show, for a bit of a fact here. But Muhammad again coming back. Give Muhammad credit. Block, collision, and another running bulldog. This time Muhammad hits it, and again I think Tristan Knight may be feeling the effects. Maybe he can keep him down. Maybe he's not human. Maybe, well, he is human, I should say. But look at this, Tristan Knight. Anyone! Even Tristan Knight can reverse into a Russian leg sweep. Action-packed, fast and fierce here in NXT. Where are you guys thinking about this? Anybody changing their stance on Tristan Knight here? Into the cover. Is that enough to end Muhammad? No, kick at it too. Muhammad still got more in him. And now look at this, Muhammad fighting back. I honestly can't give enough credit to Muhammad here for really digging in. Many people would have really let Tristan walk all over them, but Muhammad may just be able to do it here. If he can keep hanging in like this, Tristan Knight sort of running out of ideas, you would say. And now, look at this. Just a pickup and a snake eyes right across the top turnbuckle. Muhammad is cooking here, and this could be a major upset. Look out! Nice, like sort of closing. Muhammad calling for the end. Turning it round. Picking him up. And drops him straight down with the top drop. That is it. Forget it. Tristan Knight is done. 2.9. Tristan Knight, you thought was out, but no. That is a... Well, Muhammad has just got to keep himself going here. He's got to keep hitting here, and he's got to try and keep away from the striking ability of Tristan Knight. It wasn't called Dark Drop, ladies and gentlemen. Just to name that name of the finishing was Drop Down. Sorry, I apologise. That was my mispronunciation. Into the cover here. Look at this. 2 and a kick at it. 2. See, you're putting us up, guys. You're putting correction. And look at this. Tristan hanging onto the ropes. Muhammad should have really had a chance. And a big spine buster. Again, Muhammad caught really when he shouldn't have been. And this could be the end. Cover. Is that enough? No, 2.5. And then the shot down. And look out. End of night. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you end a wrestling match. 3. Tristan Knight picks up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Tristan Knight. And a night enough to finish any wrestling match, ladies and gentlemen. He'll put away a lot of opponents with that. Muhammad, give it his best shot. Not tonight, though. Tristan Knight picks up the win. Tristan Knight returns to NXT with a big win over Muhammad. Look out here. Whoa, whoa, what the... Whoa! What the hell, Lewis Bourne? What the hell is that all about? Well, he did say he was going to go after the biggest dog, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, this is footage from last week. This is what happened after the 6-man tag backstage. Finn Balor and Hideo Tommy got into a fight. Just quickly going back, Lewis Bourne attacking Tristan Knight. We'll hopefully get more on that. And this is what happened. It all hell broke loose. And well, as you can see, they have to be pulled apart, ladies and gentlemen. And these two, who big friends, now we're going to see them in action next week. These two are going to go at it, and it is going to be at TakeOver. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, what about this? It is tag team action. The NXT Women's Champion Emma is going to team up with Brooke to take on Lady Medusa and Kimberly. And you know that all of these girls have got a bit of a history. And ladies and gentlemen, making her way to the ring first, being accompanied by Oliver Bisping. She is your NXT Women's Champion, Emma! And her tag team partner, she is Brooklyn. Yeah, who are your bets going on here, guys and girls? Who do you think is going to pick up the win here tonight on NXT? Thanks for tuning in, wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for even tuning in and seeing how you guys, like to see you guys get on and voting here in the NSW universe. Thanks for your tweets, thanks for your Facebook, thanks for everything. If you help us out any way at all, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Much appreciated. And I'll say one thing, if Brooklyn was one person that heard me sort of whine on a bit like that, you know she would put me in my place. She is not one girl that you want to mess with, and that is Brooklyn. She is ready for action here tonight on NXT. Of course, subscribe to the network. It's free until Monday night. As soon as it hits Tuesday, you're going to miss out. You do not want to miss out on the network. And ladies and gentlemen, their opponents, starting first, she is Lady Medusa. This is the first time we're going to see Lady Medusa in action 7 nights before she takes on Emma for the NXT Women's Championship. You're wondering how this came about? Apparently Emma and Bisping went to Jen Michaels and said, look, she wants to fight, she's going to get one, why give her, we want a match against her. Jen Michaels said you can have a match only if the women's title is on the line. Emma was more than happy to do that. It will happen 7 nights from tonight at TakeOver 5. It is Lady Medusa trying to take the belt of Emma and of course the Bisping Army. And her tag team partner, she is from the Netherlands, Kimberly Belight. Just quickly going back to Lady Medusa, what about Lady Melusa? I don't think so. I think this could be very interesting in NXT TakeOver. Medusa, from what we've seen, a bit of a feisty young lady. Could be very, very interesting to see what we see at TakeOver. Of course, Emma has a lot more ring experience in NXT. But you know, when you light a fire under someone, it can just change them as a person. And well, nothing more can be said about Emma or Lady Medusa. Kimberly knows that all too well. She was Emma's best friend until the title changed Emma into something else. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, Medusa and Emma's going to start things off. This is what we're going to see in 7 nights down at TakeOver. And well, Bisping on the outside, of course. The main squeeze of Emma, of course. We know that them two are now dating. Of course, how does that really play into sort of a wrestling match? Look, there's Medusa, look out! Oh my goodness me! What a shot, and now Medusa's done the damage. Kimberly looks happy, and here comes Kimberly. And you know now, Kimberly will be looking to do some damage as well to Emma. She's had a checkered past with Emma, of course, as I said, best friends. Emma turned on on Kimberly after Kimberly asked for a title shot, and look, we're best friends, we'll tear the house down. Emma said, well, if you want to be a threat, you're now an enemy of mine. I think Bisping had a little bit of a word in her ear there. Sorry guys, just quick look at the NSW app as well. Thanks for voting. 58.7 for Emma and Brooke, 41.3 for Lady Medusa and Kimberly. And that is right, B is for Bisping. Bisping, like I said, B is for Bisping. But now Emma, look at this, in the wrong part of town. Kimberly, big slap right across the face. And that's not going to help Emma trying to get out of here now. And Emma, look out, looking for the big suplex. Look at the strength. And my goodness me, this is unbelievable strength from this lady. And then dropping down, all the blood rushing to the head. And well, Kimberly in a lot of trouble. Now here is Brooke Lynn in for the first time tonight. Again guys, thanks very much wherever you're watching us here. Much appreciated for your constant support of NSW. What about next week? What about the foot trip to Rome match? 6 men ladder match. We were talking about that earlier in the night about ladder matches. Yeah, that is going to happen. Look at this Lady Medusa here going for the win. Bisping up, trying to distract the ref, and yeah, that's going to happen. The Disney effect in full effect, and Lady Medusa's got about a 9 count there on Brooklyn, and now got to really try and keep advantage. Went for the drop kick, sidestep by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with a Lufest press, taking down Lady Medusa. Where's Emma going? Emma from the top went for a drop kick and missed completely on the outside. Don't know if you caught that on the side of the camera there. Very, very close. And now Medusa in a bit of trouble here. Nice drop kick to the knee, and Brooklyn having enough here. Bisping trying to get a closer look to Brooklyn, what she's going to do. Knack, crank again. This time Medusa's in a lot of trouble, needs to really get out of here, get a tag, because she can't take much more. There's 2 clotheslines, and then the duck under, and the big power slam. Medusa in a lot of trouble. That could do it. Referee out of position, and Kimberly breaks it up at a count of 2. And now Kimberly is inside the ring. This really, the referee has got to get some sort of order here. And look at this, look at the kicks from Medusa into the chest of Brooklyn. And wow, look out, looking for maybe a big boot right across the face. Medusa really now in control, and oh, just no, look at that. Oh, what a pin! Referee down. Has he gotten? Oh, Bisping up, distracting the ref. Come on, referee, get rid of him. Make this a very big spear by Brooklyn on Medusa. But the referee, I don't know what the referee sort of distracted by Kimberly on the far side, and that has given a big chance and a big break for Medusa here. Brooklyn up against the ropes. Medusa could take advantage here. Oh, Kimberly knocked off. Maybe that could be the turning point. Kimberly didn't see Brooklyn coming. But look at this, Medusa. Nice arm bar takedown. Kimberly struggles to get to her feet, gets back inside the ring. And Kimberly could just take the scraps here. Bisping up for a 3rd time. Referee taking no notice. And that is the 3. And wow, Lady Medusa and Kimberly pick up the win. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of this contest, Lady Medusa and Kimberly. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, what a win for Lady Medusa and Kimberly. Lady Medusa, well, has one up on Emma, just 7 nights from the big title match coming up. It looks like Mr. Bisping is going to have to get his girl in order, because put this out of her mind in 7 nights. Jen Michaels backstage. What's going on here then? Tristan Knight? Wow, what the hell's this all about? Tristan here. Well, saying that he wants the newbie, and he doesn't care what rules. He wants to teach the punk a lesson. Well, you've got to think, ladies and gentlemen, what about this? What indeed is Tristan Knight really thinking about here? Like, Tristan, well, it's going to be a last man standing. Lewis, born in his first match in NXT, is going to have a last man standing match with Tristan Knight. The rules is you've got to make your opponent not being able to really get up after a 10 count. Wow. That is very, very strange. That is very, very great match for Jen Michaels, you've got to say. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Keith is in action. The Hood, the Scottish mass superstar, versus our new signing, Willie Street. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, he is the masked superstar, Chris Keith. Yeah, Chris Keith coming to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. What a way to kick off for Willie Street, though, taking on Chris Keith. You know that this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. And of course, Chris Keith would love to do nothing more than getting Jen Michaels' minds by defeating Willie Street on his debut here tonight. Chris Keith ready for action here tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent and debuting in NSW, he is Willie Street. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the American Dream, Willie Street, making his debut here tonight in NXT. This is going to be something to look forward to. I've been looking forward to all week for this man to make his debut. Willie Street, the American Dream, the son of a carpenter of none less. Well, he is really about the common man. Let's see if he can put up, look at that boogieing, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight on NXT. And look at the fans getting down to this for this theme song. Let's see though, ladies and gentlemen, off and underway as Chris Keith versus Willie Street. Who you guys got in this one? Who do you think is going to pull off the win here tonight? Chris Keith, of course, had a bit of an up and down time here in NXT. Really would, as he would love to do nothing more than defeat Willie Street here. And look at this nice drop kick into the corner. And oh, the Bronco Buster as well. And you have to say, this isn't going to go well for either man. If we're going to do moves like that, look out! Oh, second turnbuckle. And well, Willie Street here trying to take advantage of Chris Keith down here. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, you've got to remember, I know we've been going on about all night long. 7 nights, Takeover 5, clear your diaries for next Saturday night, right here on NSS. You don't want to miss it. It is going to be an awesome 4th of July right here on NXT. People, I've heard a rumour saying that Willie Street was related to Conor Rhodes. Come on. You guys are better than that. You guys are better than that. Come on, less of the jokes in the NSW app. Oh, look out. Bit of show off, yeah. He's pointing to the crowd. Oh, the little jive. And look at this, then just going down and punching Chris Keith right in the head. That was all a bit of a showmanship. I'm sure the fans are loving for that. And now, look out. Nice suplex. And now Chris Keith trying to take advantage. Look how nice tilt-a-whirl. Taking Willie Street down. But Willie Street definitely has the size advantage. You've got to definitely say that. People say, question coming in from the NSW, who do you think is going to win the Vote Trip to Rome match next week? Personally, guys, I wouldn't mind any 6 of them winning. Any of them would win. Any of them 6 winning would be very, very good, especially seeing if they get a title shot, of course. That would be very interesting to see who would go up against the champion, whoever that may be at the end of TakeOver. Of course, remember, the title can be cashed in, the Vote Trip to Rome can be cashed in at any time, ladies and gentlemen. It can be cashed in it's like a Money in the Bank, basically. And now, continuing on, dropping down the elbow, nice by Willie Street. Willie, of course, son of a carpenter. May say the common man, look out. There's a punch, there's a second. Just teeing off on Chris Keith here. Oh, there's the third one. And look at this now. Chris Keith, having enough of that. Sending Willie into the corner. Oh, nice up kick. You've just seen there, just sort of an up kick on Dustin. Look out, Chris Keith looking to fly here. Oh, nice, but then we've seen him do that before. The nice senton, and then he sat down. And then the drop kick into the face. Cover, is that enough? No, kick out, 2.5. Collision. Chris Keith's not going to get the better of Willie Street. He's going to have to keep them striking. Look out. Oh, brain buster. Willie Street looking to end it here. Has he got Chris Keith? Yes, he has. Willie Street picks up the win here tonight on NXT. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, Willie Street. Ladies and gentlemen, backstage, we are ready to go for our main event. Dan Masters' $1 million title on the line. 2 out of 3 falls. And falls count anywhere as well. You've got to remember that. It is coming up very, very shortly. $1 million Jason looks ready as well. Who is going to take the $1 million title? It is coming up. It's your main event of NXT this week as Dan Masters versus the $1 million Jason. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way to the ring first, he is your reigning, defending $1 million champion. He is Dan Masters. Dan Masters ready and raring to go here tonight on NXT. Should be a very, very interesting matchup to say the least. Of course, we know the rivalry between the Cabinet and the $1 million Corporation. And well, you could see what this would mean if Jason could pick the title back up. His title, he said. He created the title, for goodness sake. He's going for in this one, though, guys. This is your main event. After tonight, you have one more show to pick up your points. Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent and challenger. He is from the $1 million Corporation, $1 million Jason. Yeah, $1 million Jason is tonight. The night he snaps that losing streak against the Cabinet, the one that they took the title off him, they took the NXT title off Ryan Johnson, is tonight the night he changes everything and takes back what's his, takes back the NXT, well, the NXT $1 Million Championship. Can we even call it the NXT $1 Million Championship? Who knows? But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, it is 2 out of 3 falls. You've got to win 2. Could be back to back, could be 2-1. As long as you pick up 2 falls, any way possible, it is for that, the $1 Million Championship. Both men having a look. Both men know this title very well. Let's get going. Main event time, NXT. As you see, the points 0-0 to start things off. Remember, you have to win 2 out of 3 falls. How would the NSW have gone for it? Wow, how close is that? Well, 59% $1 Million Jason, 41 for Dan Masters. One of the closest we've had, I think, if not the closest, all night long. As always, guys, we thank you so much, as I said, all night long for being here on NXT. Thanks very much for all your help. Thanks for telling everyone where we are. And of course, make sure you don't miss TakeOver 5 next week. I know I've said it all night long, but I'm excited. And why not? We've seen some of the matches. We've seen the NXT Championship on the line. You know, the women's title on the line. Tag team titles on the line. Foot trip to Rome is going to be back as well. You have to see what else is going to happen here next. Chops! You can hear that echoing around the Full Sail University here. Well, Jason just looks like to be on another level so far. But remember, this is 2 out of 3 falls. You've got to really be careful that you don't want to wear yourself out and give 2 quick falls away, even if you pick up the first one. There's $1 Million Jason into the corner. Nice shot into the back by Dan Masters. Dan Masters has the power. I would say the advantage is definitely with Dan Masters over the power here. Jason, I would say, has more of a technical mind, has more of the wrestling mind, but Dan Masters can beat you so many ways. And of course, look at this nice trip up by $1 Million Jason. And as we said all night long, this is really personal. It has got personal between these two. We've seen it in so many different ways over the last few weeks, and really many people calling Jason the $1 Million loser, like the cabinet will always rule. Very harsh, have to say. Can I say that you kind of say that they're not right, but Jason very much on fire here early on, really trying to take the advantage here over Dan Masters. Nice drop of the fist 3 times. Masters though trying to come back here. Does so, looking to pick up the first fall here. Can he do it? No, kick out at 2 by $1 Million Jason. And look out into the Master Lock. The Master Lock is in. Jason has nowhere to go here. And no, Masters lets it go. That's very surprising. Wouldn't think he would have let it go. And now, all of a sudden, look at this. Masters rolling Jason over, trying to go for the boss. Well, he has it locked in. He has both arms over. You have to say Jason has got nowhere to go here. You can see the foot. I don't think the referee's noticed this. Really, you would think that he would have had it by now, but no. He has got this locked in. And Jason refusing to give up, but he might have to do so. Looks like he's fading badly here, guys. Dan Masters is pulling back. He's not going to let go, is he? He's not going to let go of that hold. And somehow Jason fights out. Unbelievable. Is that how much it means? Jason calling for the end now. $1 Million Dream. He has it locked in. The $1 Million Dream. And now Dan Masters has tapped it 1-0 to Jason. Unreal. That's how quick it could have changed. But look at this. The match continues straight on. Cover. And it's 1 fall apiece. There's no rest time. Jason got caught. Lockout straight into the Master Lock. Jason really can't get his act together here. This is going to be the end. And that is it. Just like that. It is all over. And Dan Masters has really got one over Jason again. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this contest, and still $1 million champion, Dan Masters. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. What a win here tonight. Dan Masters still your $1 million champion, picking up a 2-1 victory over Jason. And look at this now, taking. Oh, now come on, there's no need for this. And oh, look out, Johnson coming in, and look at this, taking advantage. And really, when have we seen this before? When have we seen the corporation get a one over on the cabinet? Well, bit of a warning to you, SBL, because Ryan Johnson is coming back for his title next week, right here on NXT. Takeover is in 7 night. You have the last chance to bet for the month is on Monday night on Raw. Guys, thanks very much for watching. My name, of course, is Dave Easton. If you're watching this on the network, hit that like button, even hit the subscribe button. Why not share it? You know, give it a bit of a chance here against everybody else in the world. We are NSW. Thanks very much for watching NXT. Till Monday night, Dave Easton saying out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you for Raw.